Yes, friends. So I'm taking VishPrayoga. Now this yoga, because these are similar to these two natives, okay, Pandit Dhirendra Shastri and Prabhupada ji. So these two natives have this one VishPrayoga, which I have discussed about, that they can have this kind of food poisoning problem, and that they can be poisoned by others, or their food can be in spoiled ones, so they can suffer with food poisoning problem at any time or in their life. In their life means whenever the you know what you call the period of that planet will come, in that during that period the person suffers with this kind of problem, food poisoning problem. Okay, so that I'm talking about. When this can happen, I've already explained, but let me read that properly. What does it mean? VishPrayoga. Okay, so VishPrayoga means the person can be poisoned by his enemies or by other persons, okay, which are just coming to them, okay, without any, their spirit is wrong, or their ideas are different from them. So those people can, or their enemical people, they can give them poison. Also, the food poisoning can happen in their life. This is what food poisoning can happen in their life, either through them. But in this case, whenever the period of that planet comes, okay, this yoga is, or this combination is done because of which planet? Okay, so if those planets or that planet's period comes, then during that period this can happen. So what is the VishPrayoga yoga? The second house, okay, the second house, in this case, this is second house, where Rahu Ketu axis is there. This is Rahu Ketu axis. Jupiter is aspecting, so that kind of problem is not so much harmful, okay, because second house must be aspected by a malefic planet. Undoubtedly, Rahu Ketu axis is there, so that can happen. But Jupiter is aspecting, okay, and Sun, okay, Sun is enemical to Kumbh Rashi, or this Aquarius sign. But in the Rahu Ketu axis, but Jupiter is aspecting that second house, which is neutral sign for him, or for Jupiter. Saturn and Jupiter are known as neutral planets to each other. They are not inimical; they are neutral planets. So Jupiter can save the native from that food poisoning problems. Okay, so this is the positive aspect here, and their second sign is Libra sign. So Libra is second house is having Libra sign. Is it aspected by any malefic planet? Is not aspected, but its lord is placed with Mars. Venus is the lord of second house there. Okay, Venus is the lord of second house, Libra sign, seventh sign, and Venus is placed in its own sign, second sign, in the ninth house. So ninth house is very powerful, and Venus is placed in his own sign, or in our own sign. So because of that, it's overpowering their second house. So even if there is any problem, because Mars is placed with Venus, if malefic planet is placed with the lord of that second house, or second house is aspected by a malefic planet, then this food poisoning problem can happen. So the second house, okay, holds or is aspected by a malefic planet. As here Rahu is there, second house holds a malefic planet. Rahu Ketu axis, it is there, okay, is aspected by but Jupiter. So Jupiter and Sun both are aspecting this. So Sun may be negative, but in this case Jupiter is very positive. Jupiter is aspecting this neutral sign for Jupiter here. So this food poisoning problem can be, person can be saved from that food poisoning problem. In that situation, Venus is placed in his own sign, okay, or in her own sign, second sign. So in the ninth house as well. But with Mars is the malefic planet, but is neutral to Venus. Venus and Mars are also neutral. They are not inimical, right? So there can be a problem, but that food poisoning can be overpowered, okay, by this positive aspect. Okay, and Jupiter is not Jupiter is aspecting also Venus, and okay, because Jupiter, if I take retrograded, because it is retrograded, Jupiter is retrograded today, so it is going to the third house, which is the sign of Mars, and Mars is being aspected. Venus is also aspected by Jupiter in that situation, by seventh aspect in the ninth house. So ninth house is having Jupiter's aspect as well. So so Mars is not so much malefic in this case, because it's neutral. So both are having saving factor here. So this by malefics, and the second house lord is in a cruel Navansh is in a cruel Navansh. Second house Lord Venus in the Navansh. Cruel Navansh, has it gone in cruel Navansh? There is Venus in the Navansh. It is with Rahu Ketu axis, right? This is Venus here. This is the second Lord. Venus is with Rahu Ketu axis. In the Rahu Ketu axis. But Rahu and Venus, as I always say, because some of the people ask me that now my Rahu period is running because Libra sign is the Lagna Lord, okay, or Libra sign is there in the Lagna. But Venus is considered as a guru of, or a spiritual guru of Rahu Ketu axis, because Rahu Ketu axis are considered a demon in Vedic Astrology. So they are the, okay, and disciple cannot cheat a guru. So in case of this Rahu Ketu axis, Venus is very positive, no negative, because Venus is respected by Rahu and Ketu, as the Vedic Astrology says, okay, so it's not going to harm it. So there is saving factor here. So Venus is here not placed in a negative thing, because Rahu Ketu axis, if it is there and Venus is there, then luckily that person will be kept. Whosoever will poison, will try to poison, that person will be kept or will be caught red-handed. Okay, so that is what there is saving factor here. And here also, if the second Lord Saturn is debilitated here, in the Mars sign, here there is a case that Saturn has gone to a malefic sign, or is debilitated here in the 4th house, in the Navansh, and the Lord of that is Mars, and Mars is inimical to Saturn. In this case there is a situation, but as saving factor, Jupiter is aspect in there, so there is saving factor here. That could be that was saved, or he was saved from any kind of problems of food poisoning or something. So this is VishPrayoga. Okay. The second is this thing. Then what is the result of this VishPrayoga? That let me talk about. So the condition is there, I have explained. Now let me explain that what is the result of this. The person is vulnerable to be poisoned by others. This is how VishPrayoga. Vulnerable to be poisoned by others, means other people can poison him. This is how VishPrayoga. Next is Bandhu Puj Yoga. Bandhu Puj, if 4th house aspected by Jupiter, or 4th house is is placed by Jupiter, Jupiter is placed in the 4th house, the person is Bandhu Puj, means his family members or other people, his bandhus or his relations will respect him, even if there is any kind of disagreements, but people finally will respect him. So this is Bandhu Puj Yoga. Bandhu means his bandhus or his relations, his all the people who are close to him, close in family members, his close family members or distant family members, with respect to that person. This is Bandhu Puj Yoga. How it happens? This is 11th one, Bandhu Puj Yoga. I am explaining all these similar yogas in both the cases, how it is formed. Now let me just read it. Bandhu Puj Yoga. The 4th house and its Lord, either 4th house is aspected by Jupiter, or its Lord is aspected by Jupiter, or the 4th house or its Lord are associated with or aspected by Jupiter. Either they are placed with Jupiter, the Lord of that 4th house is placed with Jupiter, or is aspected by Jupiter, the 4th house. There the person has the respect of his family and friends. Family and friends, bandhus, close relations or close friends, etc. They will respect him. So, in the case of, first let me take Pandit Dhirendra Kshatri's horoscope. In that 4th house, naturally Jupiter is placed in the 4th house in the 9th sign. 9th sign is lorded by Jupiter. So Jupiter is making their Hans Mahapurush Yoga. What is Hans Mahapurush Yoga? The Jupiter is retrograded. So there is some weakness in that, but there is a Hans Mahapurush Yoga. He is having 2 Mahapurush Yogas. Buddha is making a Buddha Mahapurush Yoga. Okay, that is Buddha is also making, Mercury is making that Mahapurush Yoga, and Jupiter is also making a Mahapurush Yoga. This is Hans Mahapurush Yoga, and Jupiter, Mercury is also making. So Jupiter is placed in the 4th house. The main point I am discussing about the Mahapurush Yoga I will take later, because they are dissimilar. Here he is having this Saturn in the 10th house, exalted Saturn. So that is also being Shat Mahapurush Yoga. So he is having 1 Mahapurush Yoga, and Dhirendra Kshatri's having 2 Mahapurush Yogas. That I will explain later because they are dissimilar to each other. Now, next thing, I was talking about Bandhu Puj Yoga. So, fourth house Lord or fourth house is to be related to the Jupiter. There, Jupiter is placed in the fourth house. Here, the fourth house, which is sign of the Mars, okay, Jupiter is aspecting 7th, 8th, 9th, right? Jupiter is aspecting from 8th house, Jupiter, this 7th, 8th, 9th, 9th aspect, from 9th Drishti, Jupiter is aspecting the 4th house, which is friendly sign, because Aries sign loaded by Mars, and Mars is a friend of, where is Mars? Mars is a friend of Jupiter. So Jupiter is aspecting the 4th house. This is beneficial for his mother also. Mother will be long living, and the 4th house is a house of what do you call, promotions, etc. Okay, or that is also being aspected for vehicles, for property, etc. So Jupiter aspecting the 4th house. The 4th house here, you will have respect from his relations as well, friends and relations. All the people will respect him. This is how both are having this Bandhu Puj Yoga. Okay, so Bandhu Puj Yoga, 11th one. Then Arishtvang Yoga, 12th one, I have already explained that both are having this Arisht Yoga. Arisht Yoga means the people were having some kind of Arishtbhang Yoga I have taken here. So Arisht Yoga means the person can have some sufferings in his childhood period, can be killed, can have a long disease or very harmful disease in his childhood period. But this Arishtbhang Yoga is there. Arishtbhang Yoga is when this Arisht is cancelled. Is cancelled means there is no Arishtbhang Yoga in their childhood period. Childhood period will be free from any kind of sufferings of both. How? What is I've already explained, but let me, because at the present I am taking this, so let me just clarify this from here. Okay, that I have not taken because the reason is because that I have already explained this. That's why I have not taken this. What is this Arishtbhang Yoga? That means when person is born in a Krishna Paksha, okay, dark moon, dark half of the lunar month or in the month. Dark half of the month, if a person is born in Krishna Paksha and is born in daytime, then that is Arishtbhang Yoga. Okay, this I think I have explained already. So both are having this Arishtbhang Yoga because both are born in Krishna Paksha but in daytime. He is born at 12 o'clock, he is born at 3:30 or 3:35 p.m. right? Or in daytime, afternoon period. So both are born in the daytime. So, but even if they are born in Krishna Paksha, but in daytime, if they are born at night time, then there could be a Arisht in their childhood period, as Lord Krishna was having. Lord Krishna was born at night, at midnight of Krishna Paksha, right? Krishna Paksha and midnight period. If a person is born, a native is born, then he will have some sufferings in his childhood period. Will have a lot of problems, maybe killed, maybe killed by others, because Lord Krishna suffered a lot of problems in his childhood period. In the beginning, he just was separated from his parents. After that, a lot of people were sent to kill him. Okay, now come to point. So this is how this I have taken. This Arishtbhang Yoga. Then Daridra Yoga, that also I have explained. Daridra Yoga means when 11th Lord has gone to the 6th house, 8th house or 12th house. Daridra Yoga person will have. Second house is aspected, either second house Lord has gone to the Navans in a malefic sign or is debilitated planet in the Navans. Okay, then can also be there is Daridra Yoga. So Prabhupada is having Daridra Yoga when his second Lord Saturn has debilitated in the Navans, is gone to the Aries sign. Aries sign. In the 7th sign, just opposite to this Aries sign, this 7th sign is Aries sign. Saturn is exalted in 7th sign, and in Aries sign, Saturn is debilitated. Okay, so here in the birth horoscope, Saturn is exalted, but in the Navans, Saturn is debilitated. So he is having Daridra Yoga also. But Daridra Yoga is overpowered. Reason is Lagna Lord is very strong. Here Lagna Lord is Saturn is exalted. There Lagna Lord is placed in his own sign with Sun is aspected by Jupiter as well. Yeah, Jupiter is aspecting from 4th house to the 10th house. So he is also, overpowering in poverty. So poverty, both are having poverty, Daridri Yoga or poverty yoga, but their poorness, their poverty will be overpowered by them because their loving Lord is strong. Both have loving Lord is strong. This is how, this is Daridri Yoga. Now, Lakshmi Yoga, I think I have explained. Lakshmi Yoga means second Lord must be a stronger one. Second Lord has to gone to the, is itself is a, okay, 7th Lord has gone to the 9th house, or the Trikona houses, either in the 5th house or 9th house or Lagna, then second house, this is Lakshmi Yoga. So 7th sign, second Lord, second house is having 7th sign, it's Libra sign. Lord of that is Venus. Venus has gone to the 9th house, okay, which is Destiny house, and in that Venus is placed in his own sign, okay, so that is Venus is placed in our own sign, that means second sign, which is Taurus sign. Taurus sign is lorded by Venus. So it means second house is very powerful. Lakshmi Yoga, Pandit Dhirendra Krishna Shastri is having. And what about this one? Second house here, second house is exalted. Saturn is exalted here, second house. Okay, and is aspect of Jupiter as well. So second house Lord, that is Lakshmi Yoga. Okay, so Lakshmi Yoga is there. So this is what Lakshmi Yoga I have talked about. Okay, Bandhu Puj Yoga, then okay, so Lakshmi Yoga I have talked about. This is how Lakshmi Yoga. Dhani Yoga mostly when again second house Lord or Lagna Lord or all the positive planets, benefic planets are placed in Kendra. So he is having benefic planets, 3 benefic planets. Sorry, Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, they are in 10th house, 4th house. Jupiter in the 4th house. That is, he is having Dhani Yoga. Right? That is how this Dhani Yoga is there. Now, next thing is other yogas that we talk about. Okay. How Dhani Yoga is formed, let me just check it. That I have already explained, that how Dhani Yoga is formed when second house Lord or Lagna Lord is strong, 9th Lord is strong, then Dhani Yoga is formed. Okay, or Kendra. Is there any? Okay, so other than these similar yogas, Substitute Yoga I have already talked about. Now, other dissimilar yogas, I will take dissimilar yoga, but before taking dissimilar yogas, let me see whether other similar yogas are left or not left. Parandosa, Kalp, okay, Kalpant Yoga, Ganit Vidya, Gyan, I have discussed about. Okay, then Bharati Yoga I have talked about. What is the Satya? Okay. Lakshmi Yoga, the Lagna Lord is absolutely strong. Lakshmi Yoga I have discussed about. Lakshmi Yoga means when Lagna Lord is absolutely or abundantly strong, and the Lord of the 9th house occupies a Kendra identical to his own house, his Mool Trikona or his exaltation sign. So this is how Lakshmi Yoga is formed. Lagna Lord is absolutely strong. Both are having Lagna Lord very strong because here Saturn is exalted. The Lagna Lord Mercury is in own sign in the 10th house, forming a Mahapurush Yoga. That means both are having Lakshmi Yoga. Then Bharati Yoga I talked about. What the others? Okay, Dhani Yoga. There is a relationship of second house Lord. This is also a Dhani Yoga. Second house Lord on the one hand, and the 5th house or 9th house Lord on the other, or 11th house. 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, and second house. If they have the relationship, okay, on the other hand, there is a relationship of between second house Lord on the one hand, or 5th house, 9th house, or 11th house. See there, second house Lord is having a relationship with 9th house Lord. because second house lord and ninth house lord is the same. So ninth house lord or fifth house lord is having relationship with the second house lord. So here in this case second house lord is Saturn. Is Saturn having any relationship with ninth house lord? Because here we can say that the lord of this Libra sign, seventh sign, is Venus. Venus is placed with Mercury, ninth lord. So Venus is placed with Mercury. So in this way, he is also having this Dhana Yoga. So I mean, Prabhupada is having 3 Dhana Yogas. If I talk about all the yogas, 75 yogas, it may take a week or 2. Okay, so that I am not going to describe, because 3 Dhana Yogas Prabhupada is having, and he is having 2 Dhana Yogas and 1 Lakshmi Yoga. Prabhupada, this Dhirendra Shastri is having. Okay, then let me take other yogas. Krishna Yoga, I have talked about what is Krishna Yoga. Okay, then Sharir Sukh Yoga, I have talked about. Sharir Sukh Yoga, I have talked about. Karamji Yoga, as I have told you, the Karamji Yoga, Dhirendra Shastri is having 12 Karamji Yoga, and Prabhupada is having 7 Karamveer Yoga. I have taken here 3 Karamveer Yogas. Karamveer Yogas, these are Karamveer, that I have already explained. Now let me take the remaining yogas, which may be the dissimilar yogas. I will talk about them. But Karamveer Yoga, Sharir Sukh Yoga, I have talked about. Both are having Sharir Sukh Yoga. Where the Sharir Sukh Yoga 9th one I have already explained. Okay, then Karamveer Yogas I have talked about. Then Parakram Yoga, Alpayu Yoga. This Alpayu Yoga is cancelled. Both are having Alpayu Yoga as well. Okay, but that Alpayu Yoga is overpowered, because Dirghayu Yoga, Mahadirghayu Yoga, Dhirendra Shastri is having. He is also having Purna Ayu Yogas. Okay, so both are having these yogas. Satkalatra Yoga. Satkalatra Yoga, as I have clarified. Satkirti Yoga, let me talk about Ekputra Yoga, Orsputra Yoga, when Orsputra Niskapat Yoga. Now both are having Niskapat Yoga. This is Niskapat Yoga, 19th one. Okay, Bandhu Vishyakti Yoga, this is also there. Parakram Yoga, Krishna Yoga, Dhana Yoga talked about. Let me take Orsputra Yoga, Niskapat Yoga, and Bandhu Vishyakti Yoga. Bandhu Vishyakti Yoga means the family members will have some inimical problems, I mean inimical treatment to him. Will separate him, will not like him, or will separate him, or the person has to live at a distant place away from his family members, okay, because of some disagreement or some problems with them. This is what the inimical problems may be there between family members, okay. This is what. Then Parakram Yoga, Krishna Yoga, let me take some of them. So Niskapat Yoga, this is Niskapat Yoga 19th, let me take first one. How Niskapat Yoga? Both are having this Niskapat Yoga. They will not cheat anybody. They will be very pure person, with their behavior will be very pure. They will not cheat anybody, not deceive anybody. This is how they will have purity in their behavior. If the 4th house is occupied by a benefic planet, as Dhirendra Shastri is having 4th house Lord occupied by Jupiter. Jupiter is being placed with Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is placed in the 4th house. So 4th house must be very positively aspected. The 4th house is occupied by a benefic planet, or its own sign is in own sign or friendly or sign of exaltation, or 4th house is being is a benefic sign or having benefic sign, is aspected by a benefic planet. So here Jupiter is aspecting the 4th house, because yearly sign is aspected by Jupiter by 9th aspect. Jupiter 7th, 8th, 9th. 9th aspect. With the 9th aspect, Jupiter is aspecting the 4th house. 4th house is benefic aspect having. Here Jupiter is placed there in the 9th, in the 4th house, in the 9th sign. That is how they are having both. This one, Niskapat Yoga. So Niskapat Yoga means, what is the result of this? The person is pure-hearted, and stays away from secrecy and hypocrisy. They will not have hypocrisy of any kind. The person is not a hypocrite person, will not talk twice, double things or double statement things, having double meaning or triple meaning of that. So the person is not a hypocrite person. Hypocrisy, he will away from hypocrisy. He will be away from secrecy, etc. He will just, say everything from his inner things will be clarified to the other people. The person is pure-hearted and he stays away from secrecy and hypocrisy. This is what this Niskapata Yoga is there. Niskapata Yoga. Both are having Niskapata Yoga. Then Orasputra Yoga, let me talk about Orasputra Yoga. What is Orasputra? Means the person will have his own child. Own child means his own generated child. Okay? From his own origin. Of his own child means of his own origin. He will not have any stepson or something. He has not to take a stepson. Okay? Not take any other person's son as his own son. But he will originate his own son. So he will have originally his own son. This is known as Orasputra Yoga. Orasputra Yoga means the person is having his own child. So Prabhupada was having his own child. Jupiter aspect Lagna Lord, Lagna, sun or moon. If Jupiter is aspecting Lagna or sun or moon, then the person will have his own son. The person will have a child that is okay, legitimately his own or her own. If the horoscope is of a lady, then that lady will have her own son, legitimate son, of her own legitimate son. Okay, legally the person will be, the child will be, owned by her. This is what the Orasputra Yoga is there. So both will have their Orasputra Yogas. They have the Orasputra Yoga, means their own child will be there. This is what Orasputra Yoga is there. Then Ekputra Yoga. Next is 21st Ekputra Yoga. The person will have limited children, or one child, or not more than two. Okay, very limited child. The Lord of the 5th house is in a Kendra. If Lord of 5th house is in a Kendra, so here 5th house Lord is Saturn. Saturn has gone to the 7th house, which is a Kendra, central position. So Saturn has gone to the central position. 5th house Lord has gone to the central position. This is what it says, that the person will have Ekputra Yoga. Okay, or 5th house is aspected by a benefic planet. That means Ekputra Yoga. So the Lord of the 5th house is in a Kendra or in a Trikona. The person will have only a son, only one son, only a son or one child or a daughter, right? The person will have only limited children. This is known as limited children, not one, but not more than two, only limited children the person will have. So this is what, now here the 5th house Lord is Venus. Venus has gone to the Trikona sign, Trikona house. Okay, and Trikona house is with Mercury. So if the 5th house Lord has gone to the benefic planet, or is commanded with the benefic planet, is aspected by Jupiter. Okay, so this is what Ekputra Yoga is. The Lord of the 5th house is in a Kendra or in a Trikona, right? Is in a Kendra or in a Trikona. So here 5th house Lord has gone to the 9th house, Venus. Venus is in the 9th house. He is also having Ekputra Yoga, right? Then Satkirti, the person's fame or very popular, he will be world over famous. Satkirti Yoga. The Kirti, the person's fame will be very pious, very, very pious. Will have no any kind of ill famous person will not be there. You will have good fame. The Lord of the 10th house is a benefic and is located in its own sign or of exaltation sign. If the 10th house Lord is placed in his own sign, or in a Trikona, in a Kendra, or in his own sign, or is exalted, in that situation the Satkirti Yoga is formed. The Lord of the 10th house is a benefic planet, first one, and is located in its own sign, or in exaltation sign, friendly sign, or is with a friend, okay, or in its own sign, or in a divisional or in a benefic sustenance. The person will get fame in life. The person will be very famous. Satkirti, his fame, he